Kelly Hall. I'm a personal trainer and wellness coach based in southern Maine. I'm going to be running through some stretches that you can do at your desk. This should only take 5 to 10 minutes, but it's something that you can do 2 to 3 times a day, just to keep your upper body healthy and loose. As we spend more and more time on screens, we're all kind of starting to hunch forward, our spines compressing, and our hip flexors are shortening and tightening. So we're going to go through some exercises that you can do every day, or at least, let's say, 3 or 4 times a week to stretch out these parts of your body. So the first thing I want you to do is push back from that chair. We're going to stand up, and we're going to start by getting the blood flowing, getting the breath moving, and opening up that chest and lower back. So hands behind the head. We're going to do what I call standing cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, open the chest, arch the spine, and then exhale, you're going to create a C shape with your spine, really round. Exhale. So inhale to open up, fill up that belly, and exhale, blow it out. Cave it in 3 more times. Last one, really exaggerate it. Good. Drop the hands. We're going to do some shoulder circles. So we're going to start just by going 10 back. Again, really exaggerating this. Think of bringing your shoulders up to your ears. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're going to take it forward. So the great thing about stretching is it's also a time to just focus on your breath. All too often throughout the day, we're holding our breath and we don't realize it, or we're breathing through our mouths, which is terrible for us. It's actually a stress response, and we live in this hyper-stressful, stimulating world, and done with that. So most of us are all day, which is just further encouraging the stress. So taking the time to inhale through the nose, right into the belly, and exhale. Just doing 5 to 10 of those breaths will calm some of that stress that you might be experiencing. So the next thing we're going to do are some side bends. I want you to inhale up, catch that left wrist, pull that arm up, and head over to the right. So keep that core tight. You don't want to arch your spine here. Keep breathing. Pull that left wrist. So you might feel the tug all the way down into your hip, certainly under the armpits. I think my main accent may have just snuck out there. Good. Inhale up. Catch that right wrist. Pull it up and head over to the left side. So again, taking the time to consciously breathe. So our exhale is our chance to sink deeper into our stretching. Inhale, come up. Really reach, and as you exhale, we're going to bring the arms out into a goalpost shape, and we're going to push our elbows back into space. So opening up that chest, draw those shoulder blades together, squeeze them. If you want to arch your back here, if that feels good to you, you can, or you can keep it neutral and just really focus on pulling those elbows back. So let's inhale and lift the head, and as we exhale, let the head fall back. So notice if you feel tension in the upper back, You might feel the pull through the front of your neck right down into those muscles across your ribs and chest. Release the arms, release the head and neck. We're going to clasp the hands behind the back. If this is difficult for you, try to find something around your office that you can hold to make up the difference. Over there in my little pile, I've got a jacket, a sweater, even a blanket. It gets cold in this office. So any one of those things that you might have kicking around, maybe you're at home, a belt, a dish rag, a hand towel would work if you can't quite get those hands clasped. So we're gonna push down, and again, we're gonna lift the head up, inhaling, and then exhale, let the head fall back. So really opening through the chest, again, stretching that neck. Good. Bring the head and neck up gently. So we're gonna keep those hands together. Spread your feet to hip width apart, scoop in that core. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. We're gonna fall forward and just let gravity take your arms, okay? Again, bend as much as you need to. Spread your legs as wide as you need to accommodate your torso. This is great if you are just kind of mentally blocked. Letting the blood flow to your head is a great way to stimulate the brain. So as you get comfortable here, you might start to straighten out your legs, scoop that belly, kind of put the weight into your toes more and lifting your tailbone more to the sky and really stretching through those hamstrings as well. And you're just letting gravity pull your arms forward. Your head is hanging heavy. So this is a great release for the neck too. Our neck has to hold our head up all day. So just letting it hang. Good. Release those arms. So bend the knees as much as you need to come up without straightening that lower back. The last thing you want to do is come up like this. So again, think of coming straight up from your head. Good. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is stretch out these hip flexors. Again, if we're sitting all day, these muscles are getting shortened. So we want to take the time to stretch them out. So I'm going to show you this by the side. We're going to come into a lunge position. I'll actually show you with this leg back so you can see. So we're going to sink down. Keep this knee in line with your ankle. You don't want to hyperextend forward. So think again of coming straight down. Nice bent knee. If you need your chair for stability, that's totally fine. So what you need to do is create some tension here, and we do that by squeezing that glute and pushing through that hip, okay? If you're not feeling it, drop a little further, push a little harder. And you're gonna come up with the arm on the same side and reach over. So if you're not feeling it, you really need to push through and engage. Breathe. You can also do this on the floor if you want to drop that back knee all the way down. Good. So we'll do the other side. I will turn so you can see me here. So drop down. This should feel pretty springy. The stance should be one where you can take off and run if you needed to. So think of placing your feet a width apart that makes you feel nice and stable and strong. So again, dropping down, pushing through. I'm actually getting the same leg here. Good. So once you've got that tension built, you're gonna inhale up and over. So you can play around with your arm too. You might wanna go back a little, really reach to the side, but keep that tension by pushing through that back glute. So you want to hang out in your stretches for about 30 seconds, okay? That's how long it takes for a muscle to release. Get your deep breathing in here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. So the next stretch we're going to do is a seated stretch. So you can take your office chair, and we're gonna cross our right ankle over left knee. So the first thing you need to do is lengthen up, okay? Core is nice and tight, back is straight. We're hinging like a board. I say, think of like Pac-Man, okay? Nice and straight, leading with the chest. We're just gonna hinge forward. I start to feel tension right here. So if you're going, wait a minute, I can't bend over, that's totally fine. We're trying to stretch the hips and glutes. What you may wanna do is actually push down on that bent knee as well, and then hinge forward. Feel the difference. Experiment and see what your body needs. We're all different. So again, breathing, inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can fall a little more forward. So in yoga, they say you want to find the healthy edge, which means that you're working, you're feeling some strain, a little heat, but not any sharp warning pains. So you don't want to shy away from tension, but you don't want to push too far. Okay? So now we're going to cross left ankle over right knee. Again, lifting through the chest forwards, keep that core tight, and fall straight forward. Again, option to push that leg, that hip open, and as you fall forward. Breathe into the hip. Notice how different each side feels. Sometimes we can draw a correlation between the sensations in different sides of our body and maybe some other ailments that we have. So many times I've gone to see a physical therapist with a complaint about, oh, you know, my hip hurts, but it's really because I had poor mobility in my ankle. So when we start to stretch our bodies, we might notice that other ailments are remedied as well. Good. So come out of that using your core, coming up nice and tight. And that will do for this session. So again, if you can do these 2 to 3 times per day, that's great. But at least 3 to 4 times per week. And this will help, again, to kind of counteract that forward lean that we've all got going because of all the screen time that we do, whether it's our cell phone or our work computers. So keep up with your ergonomics as best you can and add this stretching into your routine. I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you.